First Tee update, Mr. Schneider.
Mr. Chair and members of the board, Dr. Casey, Neil, Dr. Worsley, thank you for having us. I've met several of you one-on-one over the last several months, and I wanted to give a quick update on where we are at First Tee. It's been a while since we've been in front of the entire board. With me today is our Vice Chairman, Mike McCann. Mike is also the citizen rep from Chesterfield County, and he's done a great job helping to lead our strategic vision with the chapter. So many of you know the First Tee is a youth development organization. Our vision is to strengthen the character of our community. And through our youth development programs, we teach life skills, character education through the game of golf. And we have 3 facilities, one of which is in Chesterfield County, the TATTERSALL Youth Development Center at First Tee Chesterfield, which opened in 2000. We also have Elson Redmond Memorial Driving Range in the city of Richmond, which is built on the old city landfill, the very old city landfill in the city. And then recently in early 2020, we took over Belmont Golf Course in Henrico County and did a major renovation there. So we have 3 dynamic facilities. In our kind of key areas, we just went through a strategic plan going from about a $2.5 million nonprofit to about a $5 million nonprofit. After taking on Belmont, we really dug in and did some strategic work around what the organization is going to look like moving forward. And our key kind of areas are, first and foremost, thriving youth participants, impactful golf facilities. Part of our model at First Tee is to be open to the public. And so, yes, we're a youth development organization, but we have great community facilities for golfing patrons. We hope they're accessible. We know they're affordable, and we want them to be inclusive. We want to be a sustainable organization. We have about 45% of our revenue comes from corporations, foundations, and individual support, and the rest comes from earned revenue from the facilities. And so we want to be great stewards of that money. How we're spending it. Are we working with best practices relative to the nonprofit industry? And then lastly, we want to empower our partners, including entities like the county, Chesterfield County, as well as our donors and our volunteers. So just a little bit about kind of who we are and what we're doing. A little bit about our reach, our youth impact. You can see in 2022, and 2022 was kind of a strange year, just coming off COVID. We had a very good year. 1,300 youth served in our core programs. And I should tell you that our core programs are very similar to how one would navigate their way through the Boys and Girls Club or the Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts. They start when they're relatively young and they work their way up through life skills and golf skills. And we had over 1,300 key participants in our program last year. I think Chesterfield was a little down last year, and mainly because the field trips that we normally do post-COVID weren't back in session, and we're hoping that will change moving forward. We have a strong relationship with the county schools here, and you can see kind of in the second part of this slide, we are in we're in 126 area elementary schools as part of their PE curriculum. And what does that mean? That means we've provided golf equipment to each one of those schools that's appropriate to use on activity room floors or gym floors or outside. We've trained all of those PE teachers who deliver PE to the students, and we've provided them lesson plans written in the evidence-based curriculum of the First Tee. And so kids are learning, they're learning how to grip a golf club, but they're also learning life skills around those lessons. An example of that, and I may have shared some of this with you all one-on-one, but in kindergarten, the kids may be learning how to pick a target in golf. But before they do that, maybe they'll learn how to introduce themselves. and how to look someone in the eye and shake their hand, and the importance of being courteous. Courtesy is one of our core values. And so that's one example of how our curriculum is intertwined in the PE curriculum in the county elementary schools. So impact on the community. Last year, almost 26,000 rounds at Tattersall. Over 8,000 range baskets. I know some of you on the board probably hit some of those in your free time when you have it. We hosted some really nice outside events. UCROP's the father-child golf tournament with the Relationship Foundation. We had a Dominion Energy outing to get those folks out there, and they're a tremendous sponsor for us. We have dynamic weekly men's, senior men's and women's golfing leagues that take place on a regular basis out there. Hosting LC Bird and Meadowbrook in their golf programs. We're their home of golf, and it's a great place to come and learn. So, history of Tattersall, and many of you know this, but I'll remind you that we opened in 2000. In 2000. It's a par 66, 4,600-yard golf course that Lester George, one of the county residents, helped design. We renamed it or rededicated it in 2018 for our longtime founding board member and longtime chair, Fred Tattersall. And we renovated the clubhouse that opened in 2020, just right before COVID hit. The last 5 years, obviously there's been a golf boom with what's happened with our society and COVID. Over 100,000 rounds over the last 5 years at Tattersall. And like I mentioned earlier, our strategic plan. That we want our facilities to provide, and this is aside from what we do with our youth, but we want our facilities to be a positive experience for all of our participants, all of our patrons, and everyone in the community. We want to strengthen the relationship that we have with businesses and community organizations. We want to develop events that support our vision and mission, and really be a home for those folks that are looking to continue in the game and enter into the game. As I said earlier, we want our facilities to be welcoming, inclusive, affordable, and a great place for all who are interested in being part of the game of golf to be out there and take advantage of really top-notch facilities. So with the youth focus, we want to continue to engage with the schools and get back to field trips. We're starting, many of you may have seen this week at our Henrico facility at Belmont, we opened up a innovation center with CapTech. And we're going to be the first chapter in the country to deliver STEM camps to youth participants around their golf camps, but they're around STEM training using technology, and we're going to do that this summer. It's a really cool program that CapTech, a local IT company, has helped invest in with us. We want to continue to be home of the golf programs in the county, and hopefully we'll have more matches out there and more teams participate out there. I know a lot of them have their own specific courses they like to go to, but certainly we want to be welcome. Tomorrow we're hosting the Drive, Chip, and Putt. That's an initiative that Augusta National, the host of the Masters tournament, put on every year. We have a qualifying tournament tomorrow at Tattersall. So, we're hosting that again. We've done that several years in a row. And, we actually have had, the first year we hosted it, it was a sectional qualifying. They went on to regional qualifying, but we had one of our participants qualified there, went on to regionals. In the first year, they had the folks down at Augusta during the Masters. We had a participant from First Tee at Chesterfield down at Augusta. So, and then obviously the community, I talked earlier about the leagues that we do. So we want to continue to do that as part of our efforts. So being 23 years old, golf course maintenance, the future and what we're looking to do is give the golf course a needed facelift in the next couple years. It will improve the playability of the course. The greens over the years have shrunk, and we need to get them back to where they originally were. We'd like to expand our driving range, reshape and improve our bunkers, optimize our irrigation, and then resurface the greens. And overall, it's about a $2.5 million project that we're committed to. Our goal is to be able to do that, to be sustainable and be a great partner for the county for the next 25 years. And so I've got a few photos of this is kind of small for you all to see, and some of you all have seen this before, but doing some clearing in the shape. We've engaged Lester George to do this work along with us, and it's just it's something that after 23 years of being partner with the county, it's nice to come in here and talk about where the future is and where we're gonna be next. And I'm happy to stop there and answer any questions. I know it's been a long session, and I appreciate your time.
Board members, anyone? Well, that was simple. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it very much.